What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Salami squad around the world? The meat pack is in the building. We are here to do Smite Pro League week dose on them. This thing is up and rolling. Had some fantastic games last weekend. Got some big changes too, big patch notes, a lot of stuff that came out this week. A lot of stuff about to happen with this game, a lot of cook-ups to this Season 8. But we're going to jump right in this Pro League, kind of go over what happened this weekend with teams on top, some good performances. Richie, why don't you just get right into that, break these games down we watched this weekend.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, you said it. Let's get right into this recap here. Friday, April 30th, first set of the day, we got the Oni Warriors versus the Valhalla Valkyries. Valks end up winning this set 2-0, and I can't say I'm surprised, not going to lie. But let's go a little bit further in depth here. Game one, Valks won this game 9-2 at the 33-minute mark, bro. And let me tell you something. All right, bro. Johnny is an absolute carry on Loki.
Yeah.
Went 7-0-2, literally got a quad in an SPL game. I mean, dude just ran train on these boys through and through. Hydra's Crusher Heartseeker on Loki is broken right now, and he is just taking full advantage of it.
Yeah, literally the definition of kind of carried this team, had the most damage and structure damage. So, I mean, yeah, that 7-0 with that Loki, getting in there early, getting those big plays, man. See Loki be a prime pick in this, this new season, which he low-key never has been. It's awesome to see, and Johnny's been an absolute beast on it.
Bro, he's insane. Probably top one, top two junglers in the SPL right now. IMO.
You can make it.
But yeah, so let's move on here. Game two. Valkyries won this again, obviously. 20-12 here, a bit of a closer match at the 36-minute mark. And we saw the most necessary Loki ban I've ever seen in my life. They obviously had to take that off the board. Can't let Johnny get that after that game one. So Oni started to fight back the way I expected them to. And like I was saying a bit in our last video, I mean, this is like the E United. Like, this is a good, solid squad, these Oni Warriors. They're just having trouble playing as a whole team. And I think it's kind of going the same way. But on the other side of that, the Valkyries, I mean, the whole team woke up here. The whole team was playing really good, not just Johnny. I mean, that IRAF or Sobek, we're talking about top-tier supports again. So, I mean, just even within this set, the Valkyries were playing out of this mind. And, they earned both of these Ws. Nothing was given here. But, I mean, that game one domination from Johnny, bro, we're going to be talking about that for a minute. That was insane.
Yeah, that was definitely a highlight performance so far, besides last week, what Herwin was able to do in the mid there for the Warriors or Dragons there. But, Johnny this weekend definitely showed up. I mean, obviously this game two was a little weaker. Still had a good Nemesis jungle, though. But, yeah, definitely the Oni Warriors have been kind of the runt of these teams so far. And, I mean, I still think they got a good squad, just really haven't been able to gel really as a team, and they're kind of paying for it. So, I don't know. Valkyries, man, look good, though. Good squad.
Looking great. Valkyries look amazing. Next up, we got the Atlantis Leviathans versus the Tartarus Titans. Second set on Friday. The Leviathans end up winning this set 2-0, brother. Again, just quick 2-0. Looking at this game one, Leviathans won 17-5, man, at the 34-minute mark. The boy Jarkor on Hunter with On Her absolutely just went off. 25k player damage, 7k structure damage. That's almost all of it. That's literally almost all of it. Julio on tier was also really good in the solo lane. And then he just built Spectral Armor, which deletes crits. And then the Titans still went ahead and built crits. So, I mean, obviously just dumb move there. Coach should have spotted that, should have helped him. I think the Titans are kind of spinning in circles right now. They had a really good start, actually, from Scary D in the jungle with Thor, getting a couple early kills, but just weren't able to continue off of that. The lead wasn't enough for the rest of the team to, start to benefit from that. Leviathans slowly but surely just took over this game in every lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's game one here. Going to game two here. Leviathans obviously won again, 16-7 at the 25-minute mark. So it was a much faster game here. 25 minutes is a fast SPL game. I really think Cyclone Spin, the Heimdallr, and Paul, who was playing Zon Queen in the mid, should have changed their approach for the Titans here. I mean, they got whumped in game one and just said, let's run it back. Same characters, same thing. And it just really didn't work. So I don't understand that. Obviously, going back to the coach, I think the coach has to intervene here and say, let's try something else. We kind of just got fucked up. But the Leviathans are happy to smash the same team again, obviously. Shinto went Rajan in that mid lane, dominated early, 6-1-7. Panatom went 2-1-13 in the jungle with Set. And, good jungle games, you either see him carry, get all the kills, or get all the assists and help set up the rest of their team. So, I mean, Leviathans, top to bottom, every lane, just played a really good set here against the Titans, beat them out 2-0.
Yeah, they're definitely coming on top as one of the premier teams in this thing going right now. Like you said, everyone's just on all cylinders right now. We saw them switch it up. Like you said, Titans came in, kind of ran the same squad back, and we were able to see Panatom switch up in the jungle with the set, Shinto get on the Raijin, and just business as usual, just be able to adapt. And solid performance from this game, this whole set from the Leviathans, really.
Beautiful set for them, honestly. Moving on here, let's get on to Saturday, the first set on Saturday. We got the boys, the Oni Warriors, coming back, going off against the Solar Scarabs here. And then this, finally, bro, week 2, it took them 3 sets, finally started playing like the team I know they are. Warriors win the set 2-0. Looking at this game 1, the Warriors went 16-4, winning at the 28-minute mark. And honestly, just looking at their comp, they ended up picking Morgan to go mid. One of their last 2 picks, I believe. Great situational pick. There was really good team fight ults to pick from. And then like we were just saying here, I mean, they just played as a good team. And they got an easy dub here, honestly, versus the Solar Scarabs.
No, it definitely did. And to me, this was a surprising loss from the Scarabs.
Yeah.
I know week 1, I thought they looked really good. And obviously the Warriors being a little down bad came out, really showed they had a great game. I mean, the Tsukuyomi solo pick from Nika there, I mean, that was a great pick. And, these players for the Scarabs, this game 1 kind of just got bodied up. The Chunga wasn't really working. Cezanne in the jungle wasn't really working. I mean, inbounds, Ymir wasn't working. I mean, just Warriors handled business this game.
Handled business. And before we get into this game 2 here, I mean, what's going on with that man? All right. I mean, we're talking about premier carry in the SPL. Just kind of, I don't really necessarily think it's all his fault, but overall, I think the Solar Scarabs are just having some really bad consistency issues. They'll come out, get 2-0'd, and then turn right around, get 0-2'd. So with that being said here, looking at game 2, Warriors obviously win 22-7 at the 27-minute mark. Again, kind of a dominating game. And honestly, kind of just played out the same way game 1 went. Nika for the Warriors went Tsukuyomi in the solo, like you said, versus solo or troll on Sun Wu, which is an extremely strong solo pick. The build here, he went Bluestone Glad Shield, on Sile Void Shield on Tsukuyomi, and just ended up smashing, bro. That was really interesting to see. Pretty cool pick. Usually when you see a weird pick like that, it's because they lost and they're trying to catch the other team off guard. In this case, the Warriors said, we're up. Let's just throw a curveball at them. And, the Scarabs just kind of spiraled down. They had a really bad set, man.
No, that was definitely, I think, the highlight of this whole set going on was Nika's Tsukuyomi there in the solo lane, just running that back 2 games in a row, putting on 2 super strong performances. I mean, the damage was there. The mitigation was there. Just solid performance from Nika in the whole game. Definitely, like I said, surprising from what we saw from the Scarabs. Definitely think it's a consistency issue, but
for sure,
that man gets it together and whatnot. I mean, I think the Scarabs are still in the conversation. They got to they got to tighten some things up.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you. So let me just take a quick pause here. Let me paint you this beautiful picture. All right, it's Friday, week 2 of the SPL. You're the Tartarus Titans. You had a pretty rough set, not going to lie. You get 2-0'd by, the second-ranked team here. You go to bed. You wake up Saturday morning, and now it is time to play the most overpowered squad in the SPL, the Jade Dragons. I mean, just obviously just got to be in a mental shithole going into this set. And, with that being said, Dragons end up winning here 2-0. So let's break it down for the boys a little bit here. Looking at this game 1, Jade Dragons won 16-3 at the 35-minute mark. The Titans banned, we got to talk about the bans for a second here, bro. I'm about to get on it real quick. Titans banned 3 characters that were not Giannis.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Hurrywind is on the other team, and he made them pay for it. Got that Giannis 20K player damage, 6-0-6. And then along on top of that, the rest of his teammates, Final K went set in the solo, smashed. Polar Bear Mike is the best support in the league, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And then just literally everyone was running very aggressive builds on the Dragons, trying to get that damage early. You know, you kind of build that glass cannon type for the whole team. It's either going to work or it doesn't. Yeah. Worked out great, bro. They went 16-3.
Yeah, definitely think between, you know, with the Dragons here. I mean, to me, Hurrywind is easily the best mid in this thing so far, and Polar Bear Mike is easily the best support so far. I know, and everyone else on this team is doing their job for sure. I mean, Final K's damage mitigation was off the charts with the set. And obviously, Polar Bear Mike getting those 11 assists, you know what I'm saying, was great. And like you said, the Titans here, man, like, shoo, they came into one hot, man. This J Dragons team is rolling. Like, the fact that you gave the Hurrywind, the Janice, bro, is
okay. You think that's crazy?
Talk about it.
You think that's crazy? Let's get into game 2. Game 1 goes down like that. Absolute smash. They still don't ban the Giannis. I cannot understand what you are doing. I mean, we're talking about arguably the one of, if not top 5 best players in the league, getting his favorite character, and you're just giving it to him, and you just got whomped in the last game. Makes no sense. Again, that's a coaching issue. Get me out there, hire me. As soon as Hurrywind builds Chronos Pendant and his boots on the Giannis, the game's over. It's literally over.
It is, and that's what it felt. I mean, they made the smart play here by banning the set, take that away from Fine OK for potentially running that back, but just not the Giannis again, man.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Is going to handle that business if you give that God to him, and he made him pay. I mean, like I said, this wasn't a crazy performance by them. It was only 14-4, lasted 30 minutes. So I mean,
whole team played really good as a squad here versus just in the first game. We kind of saw Hurrywind, you know, take a carry role there, but the second game in this set, you know, the whole J Dragon squad, I think, you know, everyone had 4 or 5 kills. Everyone had a couple assists. I mean, it was just a solid game from the whole team.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have just phenomenal individual players, but as a team, man, as a 5-man squad, this is going to be hard to beat, man. That synergy is next level with these J Dragons.
So before we move on to Sunday's sets here, we got to talk real quick about the support for the Tartarus Titans, Aurora. And, man, he had a rough weekend, bro. So looking at Friday, he went in the first game, he went 0-6-5 with Ares. Second game, 2-3-4 with Hercules. Saturday against the Dragons, obviously, went 0-5-1 with Yamoja game 1. Game 2 goes 0-7-3 with Cabrakan. I mean, I think it is pivotal for the Tartarus Titans. For Aurora's got to turn it around on the support. He's showing he has good character pool, good character depth, but his performance has to be better no matter who he's playing, bro. He simply has to do better.
No, honestly, yeah. I mean, you couldn't have said it any better. To, you know, like I said, I think the knowledge is there. He's knowing what characters to pick. Like, it's there. So I don't know if it's a coaching issue or just being overpowered by the teams he's playing. You know, like I said, I think he's got the potential to hold down that support role for this team, but he's got to show it next set. Or, you know, if I'm the Titans here, man, I might be making a few phone calls. See who else.
If I'm the Titans here, my carry and my support are running games all week together. You don't play unless you're in the same game together. I mean, we got to get that synergy up. But with that being said, let's keep this thing rolling here. Get into Sunday's first set. We got the Olympus Bolts versus the Valhalla Valkyries. Bolts win this 2-0, brother. And we have been waiting for the Bolts to have this pop-off game here. And against the Valkyries, who won a set earlier in this week, you know, shout out. So game 1, Bolts win 17-9 at the 32-minute mark. And my boy Barracuda is doing what Barracuda does, bro. 7-1-5 on the Chernobog. Carry. Huge crit build. Other team does not build Spectral. What the fuck are you doing? They ended up getting it as a buy-sell item. Their support for the Valks ended up getting it like late game. Just way too late, bro. I mean, Barracuda carried, but the whole team did play very well here for the Olympus Bolts, getting the dub.
No, that team, like you said, Barracuda's coming out party right here, looking phenomenal. And honestly, I don't really think the Valks even played necessarily that bad to start. I mean, you know, Johnny didn't look too bad. Even Emilito's damage on the Jingwei was pretty decent for what it was to end the game. But, you know, just I think that solo for Ducky, the Tsukuyomi solo pick right there, might have been a bit of a flop. Just given this situation with the picks going on, but and we see zeros there on the mid with the Giannis just wasn't really able to do anything, just couldn't channel that heroin. So, I thought the Valks would be able to come in here strong, but Barracuda, man, everyone has a good Lasbro with the jungle.
Awesome Jake 408. He's my number 2 support in the league. He's incredible as well. Yep. So let's get into this game 2 here. Bolts won game 2, finishing up the set 22-6 here at the 29-minute mark. Literally just a rerun of the first game. Barracuda ran the same character, same build, still shit all over them. Just absolutely just playing better. That's a flex when that can happen, go down like that. Shout out Haddix in the solo, had a great game with King Arthur, 7-1-6. And we just said it before, but awesome Jake 408, incredible beast, went 1-1-18 with the Sobek support. That is exactly what you want from your support. And then just looking at the other side of this, man, with the Valks, the heart of this team is Johnny. If he has a bad game, they most likely will lose. And the Bolts were very smart about their bans. They made sure there was never a Loki on the board for Johnny to get. They're not stupid. And, they just ended up taking control here. I expect the Bolts to start to get on a little bit of a run here going into the next few weeks. They're just going to start smashing.
Yeah, no, that's why I need the Bolts Leviathans matchup. I honestly think the Bolts is the second best team in this thing going right now. And, the Valks here, like I said, even though they lost, had a pretty good, decent first game. They kind of stayed in it, but this second game was definitely a little rough for them. Like you said, if that Johnny's not working, the rest of the team is really working, and that's exactly what we saw with that game too.
For sure. So let's get into the last set of week 2 here, Sunday night. And I don't know if they're planning this out, if this is scripted or not, but these last Sunday night sets are the best sets of the whole week. It keeps going down that way. It's only week 2, but whatever. So we got the Leviathans versus the Camelot Kings here. Leviathans end up winning this set 2-1, only 3-game set of the week. Again, just incredible, very even match set, towards the end of the game 3. So getting into game 1 here, Kings beat them 7-0 at the 26-minute mark. Absolute roll over. Get the fuck out of our way. Big man Tings on the raw in the mid lane. Huge. But I think overall here, the Leviathans, the Kings, the whole team just focused on structure damage. If you look at that stat, they all had a couple thousand, all did what they had to do to just get a quick dub. And it was just a really weird game from the Leviathans, man. I think they were tired from, just sets earlier in the weekend. I don't know what it was. They were just obviously in a mental fog this game 1.
Yeah, definitely something going on there. And I don't want to take anything away from the Kings here. They did look sharp. It was a quiet game. 7-0 to win it at the 26-minute mark, and big man team.
That's quick.
That's quick. And that's not a lot of kills. That's not a lot of action. Just very focused on structures and getting this dub. Definitely a kinky game there from the Leviathans.
Yeah, super weird. But with that being said here, getting in this game 2, Leviathans completely flipped the script and got him back. They won 15-6 again at the 25-minute mark, smashing. Jarkor carried with the churn and bog here, dude. 10-1-4. Top player damage, top structure damage. Again, just shut it down. And when someone on the other team is playing like that, it's really hard to shut them down. So, they just carried off of Jarkor here on the Hunter, won this game 2 here at the 25-minute mark. Another quick one, bro.
Yeah, no, Jarkor definitely put the team on his back with this one, man. That was awesome to see. Good Chernobog gameplay right there.
Yep, and then getting into the last game of this set, last game of this SPL week 2, we got the Leviathans winning 11-7 at the 34-minute mark. And boys, let me tell you what, before this game happened, the stage was set for an absolute war. And honestly, that's what we got. 11-7, 34 minutes. That's a very competitive game. Honestly, both teams have made it this far. It got to the 25-minute mark, and you know what that means. Comes down to team fights. Nothing that happened before matters. It's just whoever can end up winning more team fights, and the Leviathans were the better team on that day. So ended up getting the dub here.
Yeah, ended up getting the dub here, closing out this 3-game set. They just look good. Jakor again, Julio solo with the Cullen. Looked pretty good, man. That was a fun little 3-game set to be watch and be a part of for sure.
Yeah, that was an awesome set. So yeah, just before we get out here, I gotta mention, bro, both the Jade Dragons and the Atlantis Atlantis Leviathans are yet to drop a set. Leviathans have lost a game, but they're both just still undefeated 3-0 here. So, I mean, our top tier is starting to shape out here in this 8-team league.
Yeah, definitely figuring out real quick. Who's good around here, who's not. Like, I think all these teams got potential and got talent, but there's clearly some top heavy stuff going on, man. I mean, I like the Leviathans. I really, really like the Bolts.
Love the Bolts here, dude.
This Dragons. See, I mean, Leviathan's got to be in that conversation too. They're 3-0 as well. I mean, I know J Dragons maybe on paper we like their roster a little bit.
I think the Dragons are ranked above them simply due to just loss of games. Dragons haven't dropped a game yet.
Right. No, that's true. I still got Bolts in the conversation though. Watch out.
100% agree. I think they're about to get on a roll here.
All right. That being said, boys and girls, that was Smite Pro League Week 2. Got Week 3 coming up. Super excited for these matchups. Check out our vid that's going to be on that. But that being said, fuck out of here.
Perfect.